Hi, welcome back to the Keiser Report. Time now to go to Washington, D.C. and speak with Bill Still, the former newspaper editor and publisher, best-selling author, award-winning documentary, writer, director. His feature-length documentary, The Money Masters, is the 15th most viewed film on the internet in history. He also wrote and directed The Secret of Oz in 2010. Bill Still, welcome, a big welcome to the Keiser Report.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
All right, Bill Still, as a way into your films, The Money Masters and The Secret of Oz, I want to start by asking a question that will most interest our audience. Is there any gold in Fort Knox? And if not, who took it, why, and how?
No, it was, and incidentally, I detail that in my new book, which is entitled No More National Debt. As far as we know, there's no gold left in Fort Knox. There was one peek into Fort Knox in the 1970s. It was either 1973 or 74, which was instigated by an older friend of mine by the name of Ed Durrell. He spent $11 million of his dollars. He was a very wealthy Ohio industrialist trying to answer just this question. So they finally opened the doors. They were forced to open the doors in 73 or 74. There were a couple AP reporters, a couple of congressmen, and there's this famous picture of the director of the Mint, Mary Brooks, standing in front of this wall of gold saying, "Look, it's all here." But the problem was they only showed gold vault number 13, which was the smallest of all the gold vaults, and they denied the existence of the Central Core Vault. The AP reporter and photographer on the scene at the time reported that the gold which they showed had a strange orangish hue, and so therefore that means that it had a high copper content. So probably what this was back in the 70s was the remnants of FDR's call-in of gold coins. It was called coin melt. If they had any good deposit gold, which is .995 gold, the only form of gold that's good for international trade, they certainly would have showed a room full of that. My theory is that despite the fact that the U.S. government carries the largest amount of gold on its books, some 248 million ounces, that they probably have zero, except to some of this remnant coin melt. It was well known at the time, local newspaper coverage of Fort Knox, Kentucky, where the gold was shipped out by rail and truck to the Federal Reserve Bank in New York. We don't know what percentage of it, but at least a large percentage was sent over to London to try to keep down the price of gold during something called the London Gold Pool. And probably once all the gold was cleaned out of Fort Knox, that's when Nixon closed the gold window, and so that's what happened.